Today I will be showing you guys the best or the coolest weapons in Terraria. So I have collected a lot of cool weapons that I thought were pretty cool. Now the weapons I'm going to be showing you guys aren't necessarily the most powerful or the best. These are just my opinions on why I think they are cool and stuff like that. So yeah. So the first weapon I have is the Paladins Hammer. Now, this isn't really that cool. Basically, it's a throwing weapon that it basically throws this hammer at a really fast rate. It's got decent damage per second, but compared to the other stuff that I have here, it's really nothing. I mean, it's really good with fighting bosses since it has really good damage per second. It's very fast, really fast. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Now the next weapon I have is the Terrarian. Now the Terrarian is actually the strongest yo-yo weapon in Terraria. It's, compared to the other stuff, it's really not that good, but it's really good with damage per second, and it releases these stuff like, I don't know what they're called. I probably should have done more research when it comes to this, but yeah, they put out this green stuff basically. Since it is the strongest yo-yo in the game, it is pretty good, so yeah. It's actually pretty cool, yeah. So it's really cool, but I put it at lowest, and my second lowest, because compared to the other stuff that I have, it's really nothing. It's really nothing. Alright, the next I have is the Death Sickle. Now this is the first, I think the first weapon that you can encounter in survival that pierces through walls and blocks. It's pretty cool. The only problem I have is it's fast, but it's not fast enough to have good damage per second. It's actually pretty slow if you compare it to the other stuff. But it's pretty strong. I think it's the strongest sickle weapon in Terraria, so. Ooh. Yeah. There you go. Now the next weapon I have is this whip. It's what's it called? Kaleidoscope. It's a weapon, or it's a whip that you can get when beating the Empress of Light in the day, I think, yeah. So it's just a whip. There's a lot of cool whips in cool whips in Terraria, but this one is actually, I don't know, I just really like it. It's very flashy. I don't know why necessarily. It's got pretty good damage per second, but I mean, compared to the other stuff, it's really not that good. Yeah, so it's actually pretty good when it comes to, it's a summoner weapon obviously, since it is a whip. I really like it actually. I mean, yeah, it's my favorite whip. I don't know why necessarily, but I like it. I like it. It's pretty good with fighting bosses. Alright, the next weapon I have is the North Pole. I'm not sure about this, but I think this is the strongest spear in the game. It's not that fast, but the reason why I really like it is because it shoots these stuff, like these cool snowy things. I don't know why I thought it's cool, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. The damage per second with this weapon isn't really that good, because it's not really that fast. But the fact that it shoots these like snowflakes around, I don't know, I really like it. Ooh. There you go. The next weapon I have is the Terra Blade. Now back in my day, I don't know how back it is, but back then the Terra Blade is the strongest weapon, and it's my favorite weapon of all time. It's basically like this. It's real good. It pierces, but not it doesn't pierce that long. Yeah, the damage per second is pretty cool. Back then it's the strongest weapon. It was my favorite weapon of all time. Back then, when I used it. The damage per second is good. It's good with fighting bosses. Not the fastest weapon. It could be faster, but I don't know. Though I really still love this weapon. It's just I just really love this weapon. I think it's very cool, you know? I just really love it. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's flashy, or I don't know. I just grew up with it, whatever. I still love it. Alright, the next weapon I have is the Razer Typhoon. Now, it's a book. It's a mage weapon, basically. The damage per second is pretty good. The mana usage is pretty average. I don't know. I just think it's very cool. All of these weapons are just basically that reason why I think it's cool. Yeah, it's very cool. I think it's very cool. I mean, you can't tell me that's not cool. Come on. Can you blame me? The next weapon I have is another book. It's the Lunar Flare. It's a weapon that you can get from Moonlord. It basically shoots out these stuff, I don't know, maybe meteorites, I don't know, from the sky. The damage per second is insane, and the mana usage is insane as well. So it's not the best. It's got its ups and downs basically. But I still think it's pretty cool. I still love it. Yeah. It basically follows your cursor, so pretty cool. Now the next weapon I had to equip my Stardust armor. That's why I have my stand over here on the back. So the next weapon is the best summoner weapon in the game, which is the Terra Prisma. So the Terra Prisma is basically a summoner weapon where you can where it's basically like flying swords, alive swords, all of these. So they basically follow them. So those swords are alive and they can attack for you. It's a summoner weapon. It's very cool. I love it. So let's try it out. So I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna let these guys attack for me. See? It died already. I wasn't even able to show you guys. That's how strong it is. You see that? My swords are attacking it. That's pretty cool. I really like it. I don't know. I can't explain it enough, but I really do like it. Alright, the next weapon I have isn't too crazy. It's a bow and arrow basically. So it's what's it called? Aerial Bane. It's my favorite bow in the game because it shoots these flaming arrows. I don't know, I really like it. I think it's the best bow in the game. I don't know, I just really like it. It's very flashy. You see? Ooh, that is so cool. Very flashy. Like fireworks, but better. Alright, the next weapon I have is the Solar Eruption. Now, it's basically a chain weapon that does this. It is so insanely cool. Yeah. Do I have to explain? Damage per second is good. Everything is good. Life is good. It's actually very cool, you know? I love it. I don't know. It's very flashy as well. Alright, the next weapon I have is the Star Wrath. So what this do is it actually summons like these meteors from the sky, and it follows your cursor. See, let me attack the zombie. Very cool. Very nice. I really like it. Alright. And there you go. Very cool. Very nice. The next one is the Daybreak. Now it's a spear basically. I mean, it's not as cool as the other ones. I probably should have put this somewhere else. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Damage per second is pretty good. Yeah. It sticks to the enemies, so that's why I think it's very cool. I don't know, I think it's very fun as well. Alright, the next weapon I have is the Last Prism. So the Last Prism is a mage weapon, the best mage weapon you can get. It shoots this amazing laser. The only problem is it uses a ton of mana. That's the only problem I can see with this. Damage per second is pretty good. Damage per second is really good. Like, look at this. This is extremely cool. Yeah, so let's try to use the Last Prism against Moonlord. So yeah, it's actually very cool. It shoots this gigantic laser. I don't know, I just really like it. It's very cool. I don't think I have to explain myself. Alright then, let me just kill the Moonlord. And there you go. Very cool weapon. I think this also drops from the Moonlord as well. I'm not very sure about that. But yeah. Very cool. Alright, the next weapon is the best and coolest and most powerful weapon in Terraria, and is also my favorite weapon in Terraria, which is the Zenith. Now the Zenith is actually a last game sword, a melee sword basically. If you can see here, it basically just throws all the coolest weapons in all the coolest swords you get from Terraria, like all of them. And it basically shoots them out like this. It has unlimited range, it has crazy damage per second, very flashy, very cool, and is the best and coolest weapon in all of Terraria. At least for now. Alright, so as you can see here, this thing does so much damage. Oh, hang on, I'm not showing anything. Yeah. It has auto swing, so that's pretty good. The damage I'm doing to this is insane. It's extremely fast, it's very strong. It has insane damage per second, insane speed, insane accuracy. It's just amazing all around. What could you ask for? Like, this is the best weapon in Terraria. Very hard to get, but very, very worth it. And just like that, the Moon Lord is defeated. You know what? I'm gonna do the outro while this guy is dying. So those are my top picks of the coolest weapons in Terraria. Do you agree with my picks? If you do, smash like and maybe subscribe. These are the coolest weapons that I could find, or the ones that I find that is very, very cool. If you have other weapons that you think are cool that I didn't include here, I don't know, maybe comment and maybe I'll check them out. But yeah, I think these are very cool, and I just really love the Zenith. The Zenith is the coolest weapon of all time. Look at how many swords it swings, the fast, the speed, the damage, and it's a melee weapon, which is my main class in Terraria. But yeah, I'm ending it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Smash like, subscribe, bye.